DiGiorno's.
Alright. Welcome to the Magic Color Pie tier list with LMG
That's
101.
me.
Yeah. He does magic videos, and he did a tier list, so I'm like, why don't we do a tier list together? Because I made a tier list, and here we are making a tier list.
Yeah.
So
Oh shit, I didn't hit record. And we're live!
Now you do your intro.
It's LMG with Nacho Taco.
Hello.
That's the guy. Magic tier list. Yeah, we didn't do this already, I swear.
Alright.
We're off to a great start.
Alright, the first color on this list is colorless.
Okay. Let's Eldrazi's. That's
Wait.
artifacts.
Yeah, Eldrazi's and artifacts and some random colorless spells that aren't affiliated, weirdly enough. But, yeah, it has to go in S tier, right?
I would think so. Big Stompy does big Stompy things,
Like,
and it's kind of
In
flexible.
the last 5 years, Eldrazi have only gotten better, and artifacts have always been overpowered. So, like, before, the only thing holding back a full colorless deck was the lack of lands, but we have wastes now.
Yep. And also, like, the lack of spells, and now we've got colorless spells.
Now we have a targeted removal in any color. So
We have a counter spell in colorless, too.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's what not targeted removal. We have a counter spell in every color now. Thank you, Modern Horizons 3. But yeah. Plus, colorless can go in any color deck. So
It's universal.
So if you're playing Commander and you have a blue-white, well, you can just have colorless in there as well. So you can have Eldrazi Titans in all your decks.
Yeah.
All right, next is white. I'm biased toward white.
I feel like we're gonna have very different opinions here.
If I was ranking this, it would be A tier, but I'm willing to go B. What about you?
I was gonna say B or maybe C. As a standalone color itself, oh, the freaking ads.
Whatever, this is fine.
This is fine. Okay, as a standalone color, white's not terrible, but it has some of the...
There.
Oh, you got it, cool. It has some of the lower statted creatures out of the colors. And in terms of being able to ramp and card draw, it's not as proficient as some of the other colors. But it makes up for it with taxes.
If I was doing this alone, I'd put an A because, like, board wipes will pretty much render most ramp mute. Oh, you just plopped down a Crater Hoof Behemoth? Let me get rid of that immediately.
That's fair. White also has arguably the best removal in the game.
Right next to black.
Albeit, yeah. Because exiling shit, although you end up giving your opponent something,
Usually.
exiling's way better than just killing it. So I could see B.
Now, here's blue. My brother does not like blue at all. By the way, he hates blue and he hates Teferi.
Yeah, fair enough.
But like,
I feel like blue can do most all. Blue has the lowest statted creatures of them all, but it's also the color most synonymous with flying.
Yeah, weirdly enough, that and white.
The vast majority of counterspells are blue. I would honestly say it's A or maybe even S. Personally,
I would say A because I don't know. It can do pretty much. It can do almost everything, and everything it can't do, it doesn't need to do. Like, it doesn't need ramp because it has things that like make things cost less.
Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't need strong creatures because blue also just happens to be the captain other win conditions color.
Oh yeah, they have like a shit ton of win conditions.
Yeah, you can mill your opponent, you can deck yourself in Thassa's Oracle, or Lab Maniac.
Yeah, I think A is good for it. Alright, next up is... I'm thinking B for black as well.
Really?
Yeah, because, like, bees, black is a good complementary color, but like when you're running against mono black, they're either doing zombies or they're doing some weird strategy I've never seen, and usually it just goes to shit.
For me, I've always thought of black as like the workhorse color.
It is.
Because
Yeah.
at the cost of your life, black can do almost everything. Almost all black cards have a downside, but as long as you can play around them, it kills things, it draws cards, it board wipes, it resurrects. It's got decent creature size.
I guess A, but like, yeah, it's. I don't think it's S though, because like,
No.
as good as it is, if you play against someone who runs a bunch of enchantments, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, black has exactly
and
two
enchantments are pretty common in this game, especially if you're fighting against green or blue.
Yeah.
And I guess, speaking of red, I think red is in the same boat as. I think red is B.
Honestly, I have a personal bias against red.
Really?
So my brain wants to put it in the bottom tier, but I can understand the B.
Like,
red is very...
I'm surprised you don't like red, because red's goblins.
I hate goblins.
Wait, you hate goblins? I figured you would gravitate toward the goblin.
No, believe it or not, my number one played deck is Atraxa. So it's 4-color, everything but
those.
red.
Don't worry, my brother also has an Atraxa deck.
I play Phyrexian Tribal, which if we did that tier list, I'd be very biased.
Yeah, I put we were gonna do a creature type tier list, but when I was checking it out, I realized that there were so many types, and a majority of them were like attached to like single creatures.
Yeah.
So yeah, but when I was going through that and just did the list by myself, Phyrexians did make S tier.
Yeah.
Funny, also funny you should mention Phyrexian Tribal. When the newest sets came out, I made a mono red Phyrexian Tribal deck. Because it's the one color Atraxa didn't have. So I'm like, oh yeah, no one's gonna buy into these, so it should be cheap to make. And I think it's good.
Yeah. We keep doing that.
You go ahead.
We're on the same wavelength. I can understand the B. My biggest beef with red is its lack of card draw and lack of late game. It's very, very angry early game with haste and beating the tar out of people, but someone gets out a creature bigger than 5, and it's like, well, now what do I do?
Yeah, I just realized that red doesn't have very many cards with a converted mana cost over like 6 or 7, do they?
No, they don't,
unless you count X, but who does?
Yeah, unless it's dragons or giants.
If you want to do mono red dragons or mono red giants, you could totally do that with red and stomp your opponent, but like...
Yeah, pretend green.
Pretend green. Meanwhile, green, I think green should be S tier.
Yep, absolutely.
Green lets you do whatever you want.
Yeah, green is the rich uncle that fuels the birthday party.
Like, if you're playing against, like, 4 people, and one of them's doing mono green, odds are they're gonna lose first, because everybody realizes how strong they're gonna be, or they get to, like, first or second. They're never third.
Nope. They either get tunneled out early because they're playing mono green, or all of a sudden, oops, they vomited out 18 dinosaurs on turn 6, and now everyone's dead.
And if you're playing elves, you're definitely gonna get targeted.
Oh god, yeah, elves. The second people start laying elves, it's like, okay, 1, that's not bad. 6, okay, we're fucked.
And don't even get me started on like the like hydras.
Oh, yeah. And 1/1 counters. When we get to Simic, oh.
Also tokens, like what doesn't?
Yeah.
There's like only a couple things green doesn't do. They don't do like targeted removal or board wipes, and they don't do. What wasn't they don't do? Else they don't. It's kind of hard to think of what they don't.
Yeah, their card draw is completely based on creatures.
Yeah.
The only kind of removal they have is artifacts, enchantments, and things with flying.
Yeah, weirdly enough, they
Weirdly,
hate flying, but that's because there aren't very many green creatures with flying.
yeah, most of them have reach though, because fuck flyers, I
Yeah.
guess.
Spiders, like every spider they print has reach, and I find that funny
Mm-hmm.
because there's only like one spider that actually like kills birds, but they base
Yeah,
it all off that one spider. Weirdly enough,
if it's a spider, it has reach. Just the law.
like yeah, green is the perfect complement color. It's the perfect mono color. It's just it's almost as good as colorless. I'll say that
Yeah.
much.
Oh,
Some
we
would
got
argue more so. Now here's the color like that's almost universally hated. The
yeah. You don't get to have any fun color.
when you play against someone with blue white, you better hope they're running flying tribal or tokens, because if not, you're going to not play the game.
Yeah, suddenly you're trying to play Magic and they're over there filing their taxes and giving you the middle finger.
They're playing solitaire where you're playing Minesweeper.
Yeah. If I wanted to put this in funness, I would go straight into the F tier. But in terms of actual viability, I could see it being like A.
Yeah, A.
It's very easy to control the board, but also everyone's gonna punch you in the nuts because you're playing.
I have two blue-white decks actually. One is Spirits, which is fun.
Yep.
Because that one pre-con came out when they went back to Innistrad, thank God. And then
Yeah.
I have an Urza deck because I pulled the Merge Urza.
Oh.
And I'm
that
like, I
murder.
have to build this. I'm contractually obligated to build this.
Yep.
And it's one of my strongest decks. But like,
The-
I tend to not focus into control that much.
Yeah. The only Azorius deck I've ever built is Hilda of the Ice Crown. It came out of Wildsville Drain.
Nice.
It's just all about tapping things.
Nice. But like, yeah. Also, I do want to say that on Ravnica, I think the Azorius Guild is just funny.
Yeah, true.
They're just funny. All their cards just have like this irony to them that I enjoy. Anyways, Demir. The guild that technically doesn't exist.
Yeah, technically no, but actually yes. I would put Demir in S, just in terms of versatility. It's also the colors of mill. Like, if you're gonna mill, you're playing Demir.
Yeah, I had a horrors deck, and I didn't realize it was mill until like a month after I built it.
Was it Captain Ingathrod?
Yeah, that one. Because I like, because in D&D, I like Mind Flayers. So when the Mind Flayer deck came out, I'm like, I have to get this. And then I realized, oh, I accidentally built a mill deck. Although it's more incidental mill, which I like incidental mill more than like milling my opponent out.
Yeah. But milling them and stealing their shit, that's fun.
Theft, on the other hand. Alright.
Oh, Rakdos, the colors of anger.
I don't like this. I don't like this color combination. I don't have a single Rakdos deck.
It's always burn, and it always fizzles out really early into the game.
Either I win turn 5, or I'm gonna have a rough time. Although... Go ahead.
No, you go for it.
Alright. Although I did finally find a Rakdos commander I want to build, and that's Neheb. And that's gonna be Minotaur Tribal. Because that seems legitimately fun. But, like, it just has some ugly looking cards. And... yeah.
I would maybe C tier or B.
It's not that great. I mean, I guess demons are powerful, but if you're not into that...
yeah. Or just burn Mogus, God of Slaughter.
Here's red-green.
Golgari.
I have one Golgari deck, and that's werewolves.
Yeah, I've got one. I would stick this one honestly in there with probably B tier, because it's got all the ramping power of green and all of the anger of red.
Which is good for those X-red spells.
Yep, but then it doesn't do much outside of punching people in the face.
Yeah, it also has fighting. Apparently Golgari dragons are good.
Yep, I've heard that.
Selesnya, this might be my favorite one.
Token Man.
Tokens life gain. Just Convoke is strong. And also
and
humans.
the
I fought against human tribals and I did not win.
it's the lesser 1/1 counter color too. We'll get to that one in a minute. But I would say that's probably a solid A. I think you got it in the right spot. Orzhov. Slowly
Also known as less
you...
funny,
Azorius.
Yeah.
This is, instead of making you pay taxes, I'm just gonna slowly drink your blood.
This is the Catholic Church. I'm gonna say, and I can make that joke. But anyways, yeah, it's like vampires are good. They've always been good, and they always will be good. Lifelink.
Like the color of enchantments.
Yeah, they do enchantments well.
Yeah.
I guess A tier.
Yeah, I can see it A tier.
It doesn't do a whole lot, but what it does is good.
Yeah. A lot of infinite combos.
Now here's...
Is it?
I'm never going to attack you with an actual monster creature. This is that color combination.
I'm just gonna throw 37 fireballs at you while I draw 19 cards.
Oh, you know...
And hope no one hits me.
Yeah. This is the... Yeah, I guess B.
Yeah.
I actually looked on EDH Rec at all the Is It commanders. They're all just spell-based. All of them.
Yep.
There's little creativity.
No, they're all spell slingers. And Is It, every time they either pop off with a Jessica's Will on like turn 3, or they just do nothing all game looking for a good card.
Yeah. They do draw well, I guess, but like... Yeah. One of your colors is red, so you don't really need to draw a whole lot, because everything's low cost.
Yeah. Golgari.
Golgari. Nothing stays in the graveyard, and if it does, I benefit from it.
Yeah, it's the dumpster diving colors. I have half a mind to say S tier, just with how fast Golgari can run away with the game.
Yeah, I have a Slimefoot deck that makes a bunch of tokens, and if my opponent dares destroy them, they take damage.
Yep.
And it's almost won the game a few times, but that's because I played against overpowered shit. Like, yeah, you could do zombies with it, you can do a whole lot with it.
Yeah.
Boros. I want Boros to be good so bad.
I have exactly one Boros deck that's ever worked. And it's Rayav. And it only works 1v1. And the second you try to play it in multiplayer, you peter out because you killed one person on turn 4, and then everyone else kills you before you can untap. I have two Boros decks. One was when I first started playing, and I've upgraded a little since then, because it was during when they came back to Ravnica before War of the Spark. Yep. Which is, yeah. And then I have a dwarf-themed deck, and I want dwarves to be good so bad. Me too.
But the red-white, it's the Pala, yeah. The red-white Boros commander for dwarves it feels like it cares more about vehicles than it does dwarves, so I have to balance two different things on top of each other, and it doesn't work. I want this color to be bad so good. So much. Good so bad. I do too. You got it in the right slot, though. Yeah, it's in C tier. It's not D, but Simic. That's top of the tier. Yeah, it should go in S. Everything else. It should go in S mainly because Merfolk are so good. Merfolk, 1/1 counters, counter spell, nothing gets to stay on the board. This is also the color of snakes on a plane, where you just torpedo a snake at Mach 4 into someone's crotch. Like, honestly, it's probably better than blue-white. Yeah, there's literally every tricolor got an ascendancy card that gave whatever benefits the triple colors do. Simic just got its own that's also a win condition, just because it's Simic. Yeah. Also, their guild is funny, too. I'm just gonna merge or combine a bunch of animals and see what happens.
Yeah.
I almost got the Simic deck when those were coming out just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
This color combination, it's interesting.
I don't remember what it's called, but what I do know is this is the color choice you pick if you really like drawing cards.
I'm gonna draw all the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I A tier, I guess, because
I could A, yeah.
This color combination.
Oh, this is Nico Bolas.
This is Nico Bolas, and it's Pirates, which I run.
Yeah, that's probably an A tier.
That's A tier.
This Dragon Tribal, Pirate Tribal, you got...
You can build pirates so many different ways. Like, this is a good color trio. This...
This is the outcome of when Simic smashed a bunch of things together.
Yeah.
I want this color combo to be good, really bad, but I don't feel like black does anything to help Golgari.
Yeah.
I'd probably put it in maybe B tier with just Golgari.
Yeah, with this is Golgari +1.
Yeah. Trying to stick green on the two worst colors to make it functional.
I'm sure I'm sure this is a good color combination, but like I'm struggling to remember what it does exactly, so I guess B with Golgari again.
I'm sure that there are good things with that deck, but I couldn't name you a single commander that runs those colors because no one ever plays it.
Now here's the ally colors. This is a good color combination.
Yep, this is
a Azorius, but like I can play expensive shit.
Yeah, it's a Azorius, but don't worry, guys. I'm playing green. I promise I won't control the board. And then they do exactly that.
I'm guessing these are S or A.
Yeah, probably A tier. Now, black, white, green. This is really, really Enchantress. The only commander I can think of off the top of my head is the Daughter of Erebos that turns dead creatures into enchantment creatures.
Oh yeah, that is a good one. That was the precon, right?
Yep.
I guess A for
precon. It takes all the... I would even maybe go as far as to put that in S. Because it's all of the resurrection of Golgari and all of the enchantment of Orzhov.
Right.
America. Yep, you got it right there.
Yeah.
That's the colors of energy, and that's never good.
There's one good energy commander, and
it's the Fallout one.
Well, they actually just released another one, which is good.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, but you're right. There is a Fallout deck themed around it, and that's Universes Beyond, so it just gets a D for that.
Now that color right there is like the color of Mutate. My first deck was those three colors.
Mutate, son of... Also known as Magic's second worst ever thing, right behind Eminence.
Yeah, oh god, Eminence. I would say maybe A tier with that one.
Yeah, A tier.
If not,
just because Mutate is strong, and
yeah. Also, Zaxara is a Hydra deck that just makes more Hydras whenever you make Hydras.
Oh, right.
Whenever you cast an X spell, make a Hydra.
Alright, this color combination.
Ooh, yeah. Man, we might need to drop Rakdos and Boros down to D and start... A tier's getting kind of big. Yeah. Again, I can't think of a single commander in those three that does anything of note.
Meanwhile, here's some good colors.
Yeah, the first thing that comes to mind is Calamax. That's like big creatures that want you to cast things instead of just cast things or big creatures. I think those three would probably be an A tier.
Alright. Now here's the four-colored one. I'm half tempted to make just a thing for four-colored because how the heck do we rank this? We'd have to rank them out off of the individual four-color cards.
Yeah.
So,
The very last one attracts the colors. I would put that in S. That deck does everything.
which one is that? This one?
The far right.
Attracts is far right, I see.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That one feels really bad because if you're gonna go that high and you're not in green, you're gonna have a real bad time with your lands.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to draw my land sort of.
Yeah.
I'm willing to put this one in A just because Aragorn is good.
Yeah, Aragorn is good, therefore that 4-color is good.
This one has green, so I guess it's C.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then.
Yeah, probably also C.
Wait, which?
Although 5, wait, that's everything but blue. Maybe B tier for that one.
Okay. And now here's 5-color. I think it just goes in A because I'm constantly wanting to make 5-color commanders and not commander decks, and having to talk myself out of it.
Yep, every time it's Omnath, it's Joda, it's Ur-Dragon, it's all of the super duper strong decks that are only held back by not having the right lands in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, yeah. I have the new Omnath, the 5-color Phyrexian one, and I'm building. I say it's Omnath tribal, but you can't really do that, so I just threw all the Omnath in there and anything that makes mana.
Yeah, as long as it's got 3 or more color pips, it's going in the deck.
I have all the charms. Because those are good in that deck.
Yes, they are.
But yeah, this is the tier list.
I'm gonna have you send me a snippet of this afterwards because Discord decided to shit quality halfway through.
Alright, I can do that. This is
I'd say we did good here. I agree with these.
shit.
Solid.
Yeah. Alright, thank you all for coming to this tier list.
Oh, we're still recording? Thank you, people.
Brr.
Goodbye.
Alright, now let's put Azorius in S tier just
No, wait.
wait.